Good morning, folks, and welcome back to the Final Cut, your daily pulse in horror. It's Monday. We have returned back to St. Louis after a very, very memorable journey in Atlanta. Unfortunately, we did not get the W, but you know, our guy, he's going to be back and better than ever. These are learning moments. These are stepping stones in the direction that's going to definitely help to get him more and more towards being the fighter he wants to be. So big shout out to my boy Joaquin Buckley for all his hard work and dedication to this camp and doing what he needed to do to get in there. Didn't get the W, but it's okay. He will be back. Big shout out to the legend, Kamaru Usman, and his team. It's such an honor to be a person involved in mixed martial arts and be around the presence of greatness and all that it entails. So definitely a memorable trip. Would have loved for it to come back another way, but hey, you know how we get down. We will always be back and better than ever. But people, this is the Final Cut, your daily dose in horror from darkness in the world of horror and genre cinema. Of course, if you don't know me, I'm your host, Travis, also known as Coach Travis, and today's show is stacked. We got a wild quote from Rhea Ripley on who would die in her first horror movie, a sequel to one of the bloodiest fan favorite slashers from Terrifier team, and an official wrap of Masters of the Universe. Yes, the He-Man movie. So let's dive in to today's top stories. All right, first up, Rhea Ripley names Dominik Mysterio the first to die in a horror movie. Wrestling and horror go together like chainsaws in Texas, and former WWE World Champ Rhea Ripley knows it. In a new Complex Sports interview, Rhea was asked which WWE superstar would die first in a horror flick. Her answer, none other than Dominik Mysterio, her former kayfabe flame. Rhea joked, it wouldn't take much to bait Dirty Dom into a trap. Just a plate of chicken tenders and bam, he'd crawl out of whatever hiding hole he's in and get his head chopped off. Brutal. Also worth noting, Dominik just got bounced out of the 2025 King of the Ring competition on Raw in a multi-match win with Sami Zayn, Penta, and Braun Breaker. So, is the Dom era finally slipping? But here's the real question. Which wrestler do you think actually has final person energy? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. All right, next up, Fuzz on the Lens. The crew behind Terrifier 2 and Terrifier 3 has officially announced Stream 2, the sequel to the tech-driven slasher from last year. The reveal dropped at Days of the Dead in Indianapolis, and according to the team, this new entry is up in the ante. More blood, more points. Michael LeVay is back in the director's chair, and DHT David Howard Thornton, aka Art the Clown, returns as a mysterious player 2. The sequel promises to dig deeper into the dark web of the Stream universe, where killers live stream gruesome battles for blood-soaked glory, while fans at home place bets. The original Stream surprised critics with a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes and was dubbed a love letter to horror fans. Stream 2 is expected to expand the mythos, delivering inventive gore, and cement this franchise along Terrifier in the modern slasher Hall of Fame. So, are you ready to join the game in Stream 2, or was the first film just enough? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And finally, it's official. Filming has wrapped on Masters of the Universe, the live-action reboot from Amazon MGM Studios. Nicholas Galatazine, who plays both Prince Adam and He-Man, shared the update via Instagram, calling it the role of a lifetime. He added, I put everything into it. This new take on the 1983 animated classic is helmed by Bumblebee director Travis Knight and features a stacked cast. Camila Mendez as Tila, Jared Leto as Skeletor, Idris Elba as Man-in-Arms, and Alison Brie as Evil Lynn. Galatazine reportedly bulked up hard for the role, with co-star Johannes Hakor Johannesson saying he looks like a beast. The film is set to release June 5th, your boy's birthday, next year, 2026, and aims to merge classic Masters of the Universe vibes with high fantasy, world building, and blockbuster effects. So, do you think this Masters of the Universe reboot will live up to its legacy? Or are we in for another missed franchise shot? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and Team Skeletor to that day I die. Today's take. You know what? Between Stream 2, He-Man, and even Rhea Ripley talking horror, we're seeing more genre crossover than ever before. Wrestling stars, legacy cartoons, and indie bloodbaths all want in. But as fans, we have to ask, who's in for the love and who's chasing the algorithm? If you're listening to today's show on Spotify, please make sure you answer today's Spotify poll question. That's it for today's episode of The Final Cut, your daily post in horror. If you like the show, make sure to follow us at HMUNCUT and follow me personally at Travis Nyquil with an extra L at the end, and hit up the Patreon to keep the lights on. New episodes dropping every weekday. Until then, we're back in the loo, back to at what we do best. We got a drop news coming up pretty soon. Giveaways still rolling. You guys know the deal. Until next time, keep the lights on.